Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Happy Sunday to you. We're taking a look here at Avalanche, seeing what's going on here really quick to kind of understand, well, some interesting stuff here. Let's take a look. I can jump right into this to quickly note the fair value gaps here. We got some significant fair value here between $17 and roughly $18. Okay, so there is potential for a further correction of the downside here to fill that. We also have a previous fair value gap that was half filled, which is common at 15.5 upwards of 16.25. Okay, so again, just some important things to recognize. We'll take a quick look at some liquidation levels too on the back end as well, and kind of just help understand where we're at here for the big picture. Okay, so just note, I'm not a financial advisor. Love to teach people to trade. If you are located in the US, Canada, and other countries where you're having trouble with VPN or KYC requirements, check out Bitunix. They're a phenomenal exchange. They give you some healthy deposit reward bonus, as well as trading competitions we're going to have. You do have to use my link to qualify, but Crypto Cash is a referral code. It's automatically populated when you click on the link, of course, but I would definitely check them out. They're a phenomenal exchange, and I love working with them. And just it's my new favorite. So check it out. Let me know your thoughts. Love to hear it. So here's something we want to talk about quickly on daily before we talk about liquidation. We got 3 white soldiers here printing pretty obviously. Okay, so just kind of keep in mind here. 3 green days followed by a 4th red day. It's a really common characteristic in trading. Okay. Again, things happen in threes for the most part as well, at least within the trading world. So my anticipation is that depending on how today's candlestick closes, we should see a red day tomorrow. Today might even be the start of the red day, just might be a little premature. Anyways, just some things to kind of pay attention to. Another thing to note is that previous fair value gap has been filled. So obviously the gap from 1450 to 16 has been filled. We've got a potential area of liquidity here at about 20 to 20, well, it's 1950 to 21, roughly that range. So keep in mind, we could very well see a wick up there to fill that liquidity level. So I don't think this thing is done running yet. We can see a money flow index is extremely high, such as the RSI. Okay, so this is a common characteristic with a lot of coins. People that are shorting coins like this are having a lot of trouble, so please be careful. You're statistically more likely to be successful taking a long than a short with coins that are doing this kind of moving like this, okay? We're above all 4 moving averages too. There's literally nothing here on the daily. We can see this bearish. While it does indicate we're slightly overextended, that doesn't really matter too much. Truth is, we had a period of consolidation here, a nice healthy period, where these last 3 days are the only new days here in this continuation. So we could literally see another 6 to 7 more days of upside on this coin. Okay, so again, Avalanche has a tendency of running pretty hard too, so just be mindful of that. Quickly to note, before we go any further, back-end data here. This is last 12 hours of liquidation levels. In other words, we have a lot of accumulation at about 1875 for shorts, and of course for longs, we can see there's a lot of price action about 1750. Okay, so we're kind of right smack dab in the middle there. It tells us there's a lot more selling pressure entering this coin in the last 24 hours, or 12 hours rather, and that leads me to believe that the price action could come down a little bit lower before it comes up again. Mainly because there's this lower level of liquidity here, about 1750, that hasn't been swept yet, and as you can see, that large accumulation there, I wouldn't be surprised if you see a little candle wick down to 1710 and the price shoots back up. Happens all the time. Liquidity is a capital E. Actually, I'm just going to say it. Liquidity is a bitch, right? And that's the truth about this. That's the way that it goes. You got to recognize that these little areas are consistently retested, and then the price will shift momentum, okay? So again, we got some fair value gaps in the range of about, just say, 13 to 14, 15 to 16, and 17 to 18. And I'm definitely rounding up a little bit there, but there's definitely some significance in these areas here. Just kind of pay attention to that, okay? So let's take a quick look at Elliott Wave here, just kind of get perspective on what could happen next here. And just to clarify beforehand, we do have this nice ascending type of pattern running concurrent with the 20-day SMA. That is fantastic. We love to see that. Okay, so again, we're still very bullish on this coin, okay? So I gotta recognize and acknowledge, even if the price is anticipating to go down a little bit, it doesn't mean it's going to shoot down and just drop like all this profit's going to be gone. You're probably in pretty good shape to be able to hold this coin. If Bitcoin breaks 30,000 to the downside, it's a different story altogether. Yeah, we know that. You got to recognize Bitcoin is kind of the leader here. Bitcoin is stabilizing right now, so most coins are doing well. So that said, 4-hour time frame. If the price were to pull back, these are the 3 levels to pay attention to. We've got the initial support with this previous support level here at 1633. We talked about that, I believe, last night. 1550 is the secondary. That's the 0.5 Fibonacci level, very common, most common retracement level. And then 0.618 is typically one of those situations where it's usually the most the most amount of volume support, which we can see here. If we take a look at the volume, we can recognize that there's a significant amount of volume just below the 1450 range, down as low as 1275. Okay, so got a lot of volume support. If I were to take entry on this coin, I would say, $15 would be a perfect entry. $15.50 maybe, and possibly even 16 depending on how low the price goes. Okay? So again, definitely leaning more towards longs than shorts in this coin. There's no other way around it. Last but not least, take a look at the Ichimoku cloud. We're still above the cloud, still in good shape. Conversion line's above the baseline. Lagging span's free and clear. There's no reason to open a short position. Okay. The truth is though, within the next 12 hours, if the price stays right where it's at, then that would be a consideration to close your long position or at least trim your long position to take some profits, because there's potential the price could come lower. I'm not too worried about it because we're still honoring this ascending trend. That little, the 50-day and the 20-day SMA on the 4-hour are holding strong. No reason to kind of short into that. Again, once we start breaking these support levels, then we can start having conversations about how to short this coin. In the meantime, if I'm telling you, specific levels, these are dollar cost average targets or bouncing points that you want to take longs on. Okay, these may not even happen. I just got to get that through because I get some folks saying, hey, should I short all the way to those locations? No, just because I say there's a good place where the price is going to reverse itself doesn't mean it's going to come to that level. It just means we want to be prepared for that. Okay, so just, if you're going to take anything away from this, do not take away that I'm saying to short to those levels. I'd much rather you take a long at those levels, if that makes any sense. Okay, so again, just some friendly advice. I get a lot of folks coming over trying to ask me to help recover their portfolio because they shorted a coin at the wrong place. And right now is not a shorting game. You're better off taking longs, honestly, just at any point. All right, I hope that made sense. Thanks again so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Again, jump on over to Bitunix, phenomenal exchange. They have some excellent reward bonus there, and if you use my link below, you'll be eligible for future trading competitions. We're going to start having those monthly again. Thanks again for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.